Hi there, it's time for another domino trick tutorial. Now diving right in, first off you want a blue domino and you want it face down, side towards you. Next up we're going to grab a couple of red dominoes. You want to form a square by placing their sides together, and you want to orient them so that their sides are down and their ends are towards us. Now place the square on the right end of the blue domino, as such. Then we're going to make another red square, but this time place it on the left end of the blue domino, just like that. Then we're going to grab a yellow domino, and you want it face down, side towards us, and you want to bridge it across the two red squares, just like that. Next we're going to grab a couple of dominoes, green and clear. You want them side down, face towards you, and you want to place the green domino behind the yellow, and the clear domino in front of the yellow. Next we're going to grab a green and a blue domino with their ends towards us. The blue should be on its face and the green should be on its side. Place the green on the blue, forming an upside down T, and place this whole thing so that the green domino is directly above the right red square. Next up we're going to grab another green domino. You want to orient it the same way as the last, and just place it to the left of the upside down T. Just like that. Next we're going to grab an orange domino. You want to stand it up with its side towards you, and place it on the yellow domino. Now you want to place it on the right end of the yellow domino, so you're going to want to slide the yellow domino to the left as such. Okay. Now, not quite exactly on the right end of the yellow domino. You want half a domino thickness overlap between the orange and yellow. And you don't want the orange domino to be perfectly vertical. You want it to lean a little bit towards the last green domino. So that means there should be a small gap between the bottom of the green domino and this orange one. Next up, we're going to get another green domino. You want it on its side with its end towards you. And you want to place it to the left of the orange domino, but with a gap. The key thing is to avoid nudging this orange domino as much as possible, so as to prevent it from getting set off too soon. Next up, you want to make a square, but this time with two green dominoes. You want the dominoes on their side with their faces towards us. Hold this with one hand while you grab a blue domino, with its face down and towards us. You want to place the blue domino on the leftmost green domino on this level, but you cannot quite form an upside down L just like that. You need to bridge a square across the back of the structure, just like so. Now don't worry about the top of the square because we'll be removing that, so you don't need to be too tidy right there. Next we're going to grab another yellow domino, orienting it the same way as the last one, and place it on the right of the structure. Now be careful not to nudge the orange domino too much, as before, and place the yellow domino so that its left end is lined up with the left face of the orange domino. Next we're going to grab another clear domino, and you want it on its side with its face towards you, and just place it on the front of the structure, like so. Now, with the weight of this clear domino on this backwards or upside down L, you can now remove the top of the square right here. Next, we're going to form another upside down T using a green and blue domino once again. Place this upside down T just above the last one. Now, we're going to do something very similar, but instead of making an upside down T, we're going to push this green domino to the right, forming a backwards L. Now hold this L with one hand while you grab another green domino, this time with its side down and its face towards you. Now, you're going to want to place this backwards L on the left of the structure while bridging a green domino across the back, like so. There we go. So, what do we have here? These 4 red dominoes and that blue domino on the bottom. That's the base. Everything above that, except this single green domino, all of this here is one module. So you just need to stack those modules as high as you'd like to form a tower. So what I'm going to do is add just one more, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. So just as before, we're going to get a yellow domino, and we're going to get a clear domino like so at the front. Now, something that I did not point out earlier, these green and clear domino pairs right here and here are different. This pair right here is flush with the front and back of the structure, while this pair is not. It's actually pushed in towards the center, sort of sandwiching that yellow domino. We're going to continue this alternating pattern of together, flush, and then together again. So with this one, we're going to slide the green and clear dominoes together. Now, we cannot lift them because we have this backwards L to deal with, so we're just going to slide them together. Then we're going to continue as normal. Okay, this module is not quite complete, but we're going to stop here. So once you have this upside down L and upside down T, and you have this green and clear domino pair at the top, we're going to finish it off with a different pattern of dominoes. Now, usually this tower is paired up with other towers or other structures or maybe a ledge, so that you scale down from a ledge down to something lower. But for this demonstration, we're just going to make this a standalone tower that is manually set off with a finger. For now, I'm just going to get another couple of squares, one green to be placed at the back, just like that, and a clear one to be placed at the front, like that. Then I'm going to get 6 blue dominoes and basically have 3 sandwiched squares, and I will bridge them across the front and back of the structure, just like that. Now, there's not much interesting here, so I'm going to just move the camera back downwards again. And because the whole thing rests on one domino, it's quite easy to adjust or move this thing around. So I'm just going to move it backwards so you can actually see what's going to happen very soon. And that is us adding a rally right here. So what you're going to want is to use this domino I just used, which is a purple domino, and you want it face down and towards you, and you want to place it so about half of it is above the bottom blue domino, and the other half of the purple domino is right above our surface. Now, this is one of the rare circumstances where the domino is not level, but it's actually at a tilt, at least when you view it from that angle. This blue domino, though, we're going to use it so it's face down, side towards us, and you want it placed just in front of that purple domino, like that. Then we're going to grab a couple of light blue dominoes. You want to stand them up with their sides towards you, and you want to place one on either side of the purple domino. Except it's also, or they're also, on the blue domino too. So you want to have about half of each domino on the purple domino and the blue one. If that's confusing, I am sorry. But there should be an alternate view showing exactly how it is from the side. Now, we're going to continue the rally by having one standing up with its face towards us and placed just in front of that last blue domino. Then we're going to continue the rally as normal. Okay, so the way this is supposed to work is you push down on this yellow domino, and that in turn pushes down this orange and yellow domino pair. The yellow one swivels upward like that and fall into the structure, and so does the orange. They both fall down, and then they hit this yellow domino, which then sets off this next pair. And when that pair falls down, it's going to hit that purple domino that's between the two red squares. So that will force that purple domino to be from a slant. So pretend this is purple. It's going to be forced down from being slanted like so to being horizontal. But that means when the closer end pivots upward, it's going to cause these two parallel blue dominoes to tilt towards us and thus set off this rally going towards us too. So let's hope this works in 3, 2, 1. Let's see that in slow motion. What if you want to set off the rally to the left or the right of the tower? Well, it's as simple as getting the bottom 3 dominoes and then rotating them 90 degrees. Something like this. Now, of course, you don't want to do this. This is more of a demonstration to make it clear. But it is as simple as starting off the tower turned 90 degrees. Whoops, that's a close call. Then you can set up, as usual, the mechanism to set off a rally. However, there is a problem. If you put this dark blue domino here on the ground as usual, you'll find that this light blue domino with its corner there, it will hit this yellow domino. We don't want that. So you're going to have to do a variation by removing the dark blue domino, skipping it, and using the light blue domino instead. Let's hope this works in 3, 2, 1. Slow motion, please. Okay, you ask, what if I want to connect this tower with something else, like a ledge or another tower as you mentioned before? Well, if you want to connect with a breakaway tower, this is what you want to do. So what you're going to build is a bunch of modules stacked up, except that the last one is going to be about halfway completed. So as you can see, we stop around the upside down T and upside down L phase. From here, what we're going to do is something a little bit different. Instead of adding another yellow domino on the right, you're going to get 2 of them and actually add them on the left, right on the upside down L. Now you want a little bit more than half of this package on the L and the other half overhanging the orange domino. Now be careful that you don't nudge this orange domino too much, otherwise that will set off the trick. Next, we're going to grab another green domino. You want it on its side with its face towards you, and you want to place it on the one at the back. But you want to jog it to the right by 1 domino thickness, like so. Then you're going to grab another green domino, place it side down end towards us, and place it on the left of the structure. And then we're going to get a clear domino and place it on the front of the structure, also jog to the right. Just like that. And we're going to do something very similar. We're going to get another green and clear domino pair, and place one side down face towards us on the front and back of the structure as such. Then we're going to grab 6 blue dominoes, and you want to form 3 squares and place them face to face like that. And you want to bridge the whole thing across the front and back of the structure like so. Okay, so what you can see here is that there's an open area on the right and there's not on the left because of this little green domino over there. So that's something key to remember. But for now, we're going to move this tower out of the way. And the beauty of this trick is that we've got a single domino as the bottom of the trick, so we can slide the whole thing. And at this point, it's pretty stable, so you can move it around. Okay. So to make the Breakaway Tower 2.0, you might want to refer to the eye over there, or you might want to check the description for different video links. Also, not only the Breakaway Tower 2.0, but you want to look into the Dower modification. It's something similar with the original Breakaway Tower, but for the Breakaway Tower 2.0, well, you'll actually do something probably the same. But if you have any questions, you're actually going to see it right now. So, for a small preview on how to build the Breakaway Tower 2.0 and connect it, this is what you want to do. So right now the base is the same for both the down tower and the Breakaway Tower. We're going to do that, except for one small thing. We've also got the orange trigger domino right here. Okay, so the first key bit is figuring out which side to put this yellow overhanging domino, on the left side or the right side. Well, for connecting it to a down tower, you want it to point towards the open end of the down tower. So if you recall, the down tower has an open end on the right, so you want to point this domino towards that. You're going to place this on the left of the base, just like that. Now the Breakaway Tower 2.0 has 2 different module types, and in this scenario, when you're building with the down tower, you're going to start with the original module type. So if you look from that side, you'll see 2 T's. And then as before, you're going to switch to the newer module version and then alternate. From here, we're going to transition. Instead of using another module, from here we're going to finish it off by placing another domino on the right of the structure, a green one, side down and towards us. We're going to place another green domino at the back this time, side down, face towards us. And same orientation, we're going to place another green domino at the back. And before we close off the front, we're going to place one more orange domino, standing up, face towards us, inside the structure, and hugging the right wall, like so. And at the front, we're going to get a couple of clear dominoes, jog one to the left, and place one directly above, just like that. And both of them are, of course, side down, face towards us. Now, just like the down tower, we're going to grab 6 blue dominoes, and you want to make 3 squares, all face to face, and you want to again place it on top of the structure. This will weigh down the top dominoes a bit. So now we're going to move the breakaway tower as well, so that it is next to the down tower. And the tricky bit is getting them spaced well, while also keeping them in frame. Because this is vertical, you want to try to measure the, I guess, platform you're going to use, so that there's an overlap of a thickness between the square on the left of the rightmost tower and the other square on the right of the leftmost tower. You could basically see what I'm doing here. So I still need to move this out a bit. Okay. So let me just move this back just a tad bit more. And then we're going to carefully add this bridge in between. Just like that. Now the tower is not quite perfectly vertical, so I'm going to adjust it a bit more. So you'll find that if you want to move the towers a bit more precisely, you don't have to push sideways. You can also just push at an angle or roll your finger on the ground, and that makes for a very controlled and precise sliding of the towers. Anyways, we're going to grab some more light blue dominoes and continue this connection by making another rally right here. For the down tower, you want to have one domino standing up with its side towards us, right in between the outjogged green and clear domino, on that little space between them, so that the right side of the blue domino is lined up with the right ends of that green and clear domino here. Similarly, you're going to get another blue domino oriented the same way, but you want to place this one on the right end of the plank. Just like that. So as you can see, there is about 2 thicknesses of a gap between this domino and this couple of yellow dominoes. But over here, we've got about 1 domino thickness between this domino and that orange domino up there. But in between, you just need to have a regular rally. The one thing to be mindful of is to keep them as lined up as possible, because you're going to have to make sure that this domino gets hit by this line over here. So you don't want the line to get stopped by one of these clear or green dominoes. And let's get this there. Then you're probably already familiar with how to start the tower. So you just place dominoes going straight between the 2 squares, just like that. And for the down tower, you're going to have the same setup where you have a purple domino and a blue one. And then we're going to place these 2 parallel dominoes and the rest of the rally. Okay, so the way this is supposed to work is pretty apparent, I think, this time around, because you already know about both these towers, presumably. So what we're going to have is a rally going that way. It sets off this breakaway tower, causing the yellow dominoes to pivot upward and the orange dominoes to tilt within the frame. eventually causing this orange domino to fall that way, causing this blue domino rally to start. And then this domino that's spaced far enough away from this domino will fall down and hit this couple of yellow dominoes, causing the pairs of orange and yellow dominoes to fall downwards up into this frame and down into the gap in between the upside down T and backwards L. And as that reaction goes down, it's going to eventually set off this rally by hitting the purple domino, causing it to become horizontal, and these two parallel blue dominoes coming towards us. Okay, let's hope this works in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see that in slow motion. Okay, I do want to say proceed with caution. While we're here, you can see that this green domino is wanting to come out that way, and this L domino pair is actually also trying to fall out too. I've seen both failures happen, so you want to be careful, and if you can, avoid using it in a regular rally. You might want to make it a screen link clip instead. Also, if you do want to try to improve the reliability and stop this from falling apart, you might want to use more than 6 dominoes. In the diver tutorial, I suggested using 14 dominoes. I'm not sure if that's enough, but the more dominoes, the better. Okay, it's time for an edge case. What if you want to place just a domino as a bridge? Well, first off, you're just going to place a domino as a bridge, and since I know what the bridge is going to be, I'm just going to place it right now. Just like that. And then adjust the towers slightly. But there's another difference that we're going to talk about, and that is that we're going to save and tidy up the trick a little bit. So at the back, we're going to just bridge a domino across, just like that, one of the green dominoes, and the rest is very similar. So you'll notice this is sort of the overlapping or the frame structure of a up wall 3.0 or a down wall. Now for the rally in between, you want to be pretty specific. So the one domino that is right next to the Breakaway Tower, that's about 1 domino thickness away, or on the right end of the blue domino. And the other domino on the left should be about 2 domino thicknesses away from that yellow domino pair over there. And that's all. Those are the only 2 dominoes you need. And then you're going to, of course, close off the front like that, with a bunch of clear dominoes on their sides with their faces towards us. And then you can place the 6 blue dominoes on either tower. Okay, I'm going to add some rallies now, and be right back. Okay, so you're probably an expert now on this, so I'm not going to bother explaining in too much detail. The only thing to note is that these 2 dominoes are very precisely placed. So, without further ado, let's set this off in 3, 2, 1. Let's see that in slow motion. And just as before, I do want to re-mention or highlight that this is unreliable. Look at that L. We barely got anything stopping this from falling apart. In fact, let me just hit the table and see what happens. Okay, this is actually taking a bit of effort. It is 10 o'clock in the evening. I should probably not be making noise, but... Welcome to the rambly bit. There were a number of things I wanted to figure out, but for some reason or other, I could not. You've seen we can bridge across the top of the towers, Breakaway and Dower, but I could not figure out how to do the same thing at the bottom. We should be able to keep the towers about one domino length apart, because this would allow you to incorporate it into the maze wall system, using the up wall 3.0 and down wall tricks. But for now, this is an open question to solve. Also, the down tower breaks one of my design rules, and that is of crooked dominoes. I try to design tricks where every domino is placed flat and securely, but I resorted to leaning a couple of them in the frame. This makes the trick much more sensitive to bumps. The other thing is that this is a tricky build, requiring 2 hands, which is definitely far from ideal. Finally, professional dominoes, at least these bulk domino ones, don't have a perfectly flat face. This means the left side of the tower ends up becoming higher than the right because of this spot in the tower. If you have any ideas, you can put a comment down below, or even better, post a video and leave a link. I'd love to see what you come up with. Anyways, this is me, 22, signing off. Thanks for watching. So what we've got here is a down tower and a breakaway tower, and this is a...